Hi, I'm Euree, dentist turned homeschool mom to 5 kids. Today I'll be sharing with you our language arts choices for the upcoming school year. Please stick around. Tis the season to talk curriculum. It's about this time of year when everyone's talking about curriculum choices for the new year. I am so thankful that you're here and so thankful for your time. If you're not subscribed, I'd love for you to join us in our journey and subscribe. Our channel is about our passions, homeschooling, and some other stuff sprinkled in between. This is a collaboration video about our language arts choices for the 2023-2024 school year, hosted by Davene from Calm in the Chaos Homeschool and Shauna from Homegrown Homeschool. These ladies have wonderful channels, and you will not leave without having gained some wisdom. So don't forget to check out their channels. I also have the entire language arts playlist linked down below in the description box. So don't forget to check that playlist out as well after you watch this video. I can't wait to watch the videos myself. Next year, we will have a 7th grader, a 5th grader, a 3rd grader, a kindergartner, and a toddler in the mix to keep it exciting. It's not normal for me to have it figured out this early for the next school year. In fact, we don't usually even think about any other curriculum unless what we're using isn't working or we had finished our current curriculum. But with a channel about homeschooling, it has been great accountability. I love that I have the opportunity to hopefully help someone in the homeschooling journey. Okay, let's jump right in. For a rising 7th grader, for grammar, we are going to use Easy Grammar Plus. This level is good for 7th grade and all the way through high school, and it can even be used into college. We have been using Easy Grammar with our currently 4th grade son and have been loving it. He's more on the neurodivergent spectrum in his learning, and Easy Grammar has been just what we needed. We have tried several other grammar programs, and so far, Easy Grammar is our favorite. We really appreciate that it points out prepositions first, unlike most programs where nouns are addressed first. When you address the prepositions first, you're able to basically cross them out, and that helps to make the sentence look a lot simpler and easy to work with. I'm excited to get our oldest into Easy Grammar. For a rising 7th grader, we're going to stick with CLE for reading. In fact, our oldest has begged me to go back to CLE after trying a different program 2 years ago. We have loved the stories from the CLE reader. They are very well written and always has a good message. So we really have enjoyed the stories. And the comprehension exercises are excellent. So they typically come in 10 workbooks called light units. I don't have them to show you because I haven't ordered them yet, but they're typically clearly laid out. I'm going to just show you a 5th grade light unit. And they kind of look like that. They go over like vocabulary and comprehension questions and review, lots of review. And in the light units, you're going to find 2 quizzes and a test if you want to test your kids. I like to do them so that I can see how much our kids have grown through the program, not necessarily for the grades. CLE materials are super affordable. One light unit would be about $4.50. But this program, you don't have to buy all 10 of the light units if you want to try them out. You buy a few and test it out the waters and see how it works for your family. But it's definitely an affordable program. Another thing I love about CLE is that it has built so much independence in our children. Our daughter checks all of her work, including the quizzes and tests, because there's a answer key. She can easily check all her answers, and it builds independence and confidence in the student. So if you're looking for a great program for your buck, we think CLE is awesome. I'll try to do more thorough flip-throughs of what we're going to be using once we start rolling into the materials. But for now, I'll just share with you what we're going to be using for this next school year. Our rising 7th grader has been using for the past 3 years with our IEW community, our Classical Conversations community. I cannot begin to tell you what an amazing writer she is becoming. And I'm finally realizing that it must be IEW's structure and style. Since we are moving within the school year, we won't be joining a CC community, unfortunately. And CC typically moves on to the Lost Tools of Writing for the 7th grade year. But after a long consideration, I realized I'm really nervous to try the Lost Tools of Writing on my own. We're planning on sticking with IEW, but this time we're going to try the video-based structure and style level B. I've heard a lot of great things about the videos and how Mr. Andrew Prudawal teaches the children, so I'm excited to try that out. Our oldest will also be going through the fallacy detective in order to learn about what good sound arguments are made of, and also to be able to detect bad arguments. Fallacy detective seems to be a good source to be able to build those muscles to defend your position and beliefs. I may go through it myself. It seems like a lot of good life skills. I don't plan on adding a spelling program for our oldest since spelling comes pretty naturally for her, and once you reach the 7th grade, spelling isn't typically a subject anymore. I think she is ready to move on and learn new spelling words as she comes across them. For vocabulary, our rising 7th grader will try Word Roots Level 1. I'm still waiting on the resources to come in the mail, but thanks to Davene from Calm in the Chaos Homeschool, I'm excited to try this program. It approaches vocabulary from the Latin origins of suffixes, prefixes, and of course, root words. I think our daughter will enjoy this program more than what she's tried in the past, which were mainly Wordly Wise and Evan Moore. Unfortunately, those have been kind of tossed to the side and forgotten during the school year. And moving right along to our son, who will be a 5th grader, for grammar, we will continue to use Easy Grammar. Since language arts had never been easy for him, we have been using grade 3 this year of Easy Grammar. So once he's finished with grade 3, we will move him to grade 4. And like I said before, we love Easy Grammar. It's totally easily laid out and very clear. So this is the teacher's text. It has all the answers and also the student pages. So you could easily just photocopy the pages from this book, but we also got the student workbook to make it easier, and he'll have his own book. And we have the test booklet as well, just to gauge where he's at and how much he's learned. So we'll continue with Easy Grammar. And we'll also be adding on Fix-It Grammar, the nose tree. And this one is geared for 3rd to 5th graders. Our oldest actually didn't like Fix-It Grammar, unfortunately, but I think our son might like it because the lessons are really short. And once you're finished with it, you have fixed the whole story. So that could be kind of exciting for him. So I'm excited to try that for him. For reading, our son will continue to use CLE. So we will move on to the 5th grade CLE program. And like I said, we love the readers and their stories. And once you get to grade 4, there are only 5 light units for reading. So I haven't ordered the rest of them yet, so I need to do that. But I have two of them here. And like I said, they have 2 quizzes and a test. And if you get the teacher's guide has all the answers to the questions in the light units. And so they have like a little page showing the exact page that the student sees, and the answers are all there. This includes the answers to the quizzes and tests as well, along with all the light units. And it has ways that you can teach and also extra discussion questions, but we haven't really been doing that because of time. Just run out of time. And there's plenty of material in here and review in these light units that I don't feel the need to ask more questions. Our son's been doing really well with reading comprehension, and I think it's because of CLE. Our son hates anything to do with writing, and this year was his first time trying through our classical conversations community, IEW. And you could tell that he's really getting the hang of the structure and style of IEW, and he's actually more willing to write. So I totally see that as a plus and progress. We plan on purchasing the structure and style level A along with the instructional videos. Hopefully that will help him to get a more solid grasp on writing. Okay, sure. For copy work, I'm planning on having our son copy the history sentences from classical conversations. This and next year, the next cycle CC will be using or going through is US history, and that's cycle 3. And so I think we'll just, even though we're not going to be part of a community, I'm going to have him copy these history sentences, the 24 history sentences that go with the program. So the first one is, tell me about Columbus. And he'll write, in 1492, Columbus made the first of 4 trips to the Caribbean on 3 Spanish ships named the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. So I'll have him go through the 24 history sentences. I'll probably have him write the history sentences again and again so that he can memorize the sentences better. And I may actually have all the kids copy the history sentences. For handwriting, I thought it would be fun for him to get his cursive practice by going through this scholastic cursive writing practice, jokes and riddles. And you get to copy a joke or riddle, like, what is black and white and spins around? And the answer is a zebra stuck in a revolving door. So just thought it would be a fun way to get some cursive practice in for him because he likes jokes. This year for spelling, our son has been using Evan Moore grade 3. And that has actually been going pretty well. So Evan Moore has 4 days of activities, including copying the words and trying to remember how they're spelled and then writing them down, and also sentence dictation. And then there's a test on day 5 for each of the 30 weeks of spelling lessons. And since Evan Moore had been going pretty well, we're going to move him up to the grade 4 once he's done with grade 3. His spelling and ease of writing has improved so much this year. And I don't know if it's because of Evan Moore's spelling, but whatever it is, it's working. CLE reading has a good amount of vocabulary through their lessons, but I'm also planning on throwing in word roots beginner level for our son to get more of a solid foundation on vocabulary. For a rising 3rd grader, we are going to be using CLE's language arts level 3. Since I had already purchased all the light units secondhand a while back. And we love CLE anyway, and the language arts is great. We just took a break from it because our son was struggling with the language arts through CLE because of all the worksheets that are included. But I think our daughter will love it, and she'll do great because she does really well with worksheets, and language and grammar and spelling come really naturally for her. So, okay, I have to get the door. So about this time, I have a little visitor. Hello. So like I was saying, so for a rising 3rd grader, we'll be using the language arts from CLE. And so the nice thing about CLE, it already includes your spelling and your handwriting. So she'll be doing the spelling through CLE next year. And also handwriting, she'll get her cursive in. So we will not have to worry about having something separate for those. Our daughter is actually pretty excited to be getting into these light units because she's kind of ready to be done with the Good and the Beautiful, which we are currently using for her. You're going to climb me. You're climbing me. Yay. So for reading, we're also going to be using CLE. And I think our daughter is going to love getting into these stories from the reader. She was definitely not excited about the stories that the Good and the Beautiful presented. And the grade 3 of reading has 10 light units, so I still need to order the rest of them. I have 6 of them, but I need to order the other 4. I think because she actually likes worksheet pages, she'll do really well with it. And so once you get to grade 4, there's only 5 light units, which makes it more manageable. But there are 10 light units in grade 3, but I think she can do it. And like I said, there are 2 quizzes and a test in each of these. And along with our son, I'm going to have her try the Fix-It Grammar nose tree. And we'll see how that goes. I think it'll be fun to be able to edit and fix and also figure out all the parts of speech in the story that they're going to write. We plan on easing our rising 3rd grader into IEW and writing in general. She doesn't really like writing, but hopefully after she gets the hang of how IEW does its structure and style, she'll actually start to like writing. We'll have her watch the instructional videos along with her brother, but I may use Bible Heroes instead for her assignments because I feel, although I haven't seen what the level A of the structure and style looks like yet because I haven't ordered it, but I think Bible Heroes will be easier. See, that's their source text. For vocabulary, I wanted to try daily word ladders after hearing a lot of good things about the program. So it looks like a fun way to learn vocabulary and also probably will help with spelling and word recognition. So you start at the very bottom of the ladder and there's a word, and then you just change certain parts of that word and go all the way up the ladder. And it just seems like a fun way to learn some new words. We'll see how it goes and let you know if this one is a winner or if it ends up getting tossed to the side and forgotten. Okay, moving on to our rising kindergartner. I can't believe our toddler will be a kindergartner in the fall. Time needs to stop. We were going to use the Good and the Beautiful level K for her, and we have actually slowly started trying to use it, but it's not her favorite so far, and I'm not sure if we'll continue. We'll see. But I think I've decided we're going to try and switch over to All About Reading, since I had purchased it a year ago in order to help our son with his reading. But because it's so teacher intensive, I ended up putting that one to the side. But I think our daughter will like it because there are a lot of fun games that come with the All About Reading program. And I think she'll like it. She likes games. So she'll probably really enjoy that. We'll see. And the readers look really fun. They're very colorful because it's a newer version. And I bought it secondhand actually, so I got pretty lucky. So that it comes with 3 readers and a teacher's manual, and it's very scripted. So it tells you everything you have to say. So we will try All About Reading and see how that goes. But along with All About Reading, I have these progressive phonics books that can be printed online for free. We've used these since our oldest was starting to read. So I don't know if the website is still available and if it's free. I'll check up on that and I'll put a link down at the bottom. But it's a really fun way to learn to read. So the parent would read the black words and the student will read the red words. And the pictures are really fun. And then sometimes they'll have like, can you find the differences in these 2 pictures? So that's fun too. And so that's always been a fun way for our family. And another one is this rhyming program that is also free online. So I'll see if that's still available too. It starts off with a poem that has some of the words that the rhyming book is featuring. So this is the app book. So you're going to have gap and track in the poem. And yes, you sing a song. And then I'll go through a bunch of words that rhyme. That's always been fun for our kids to go through. And we also like to use the Bob books, so we will probably continue using Bob books. And then for handwriting, I mean, most years I think I've used a Reason for handwriting just because I was able to get them secondhand and really cheap. But I'm going to try this Abeka handwriting. And I actually don't know how I have it, but it looks pretty fun. So it has a little house that shows you where the letters would be on the lines here. And they get to write the letters and also little activities where you get to color the pictures and circle things and also trace. So she will probably like that because she really enjoys coloring. Susanna, you singing still? You're funny. And lastly, probably won't start right away, but I feel that she will be ready within the school year to move on to Explode the Code. This is one of our favorites. So Explode the Code has been really great for sound recognitions and also for spelling and handwriting. So there are a lot of different elements that are covered through Explode the Code. So eventually we will move her on to Explode the Code. We have tried Get Ready for the Code, and if we have to, we may get some of the Get Ready for the Code for her, but I don't think we'll really need it. And finally, last but not least, our 2-year-old who will be 3 years old, who will turn 3 years old in the summer. We may try CLE's preschool workbooks because she's been really wanting to get involved because all the big kids are doing school. So we may try that because she's so eager to do school with us. And in the workbooks, she'll probably get a lot of fine motor skills, recognition, cutting and following directions. So I think it will be a gentle way to ease her into doing school with everybody else. I also wanted to mention one more book. It's called Word Fun, and it looks like such a fun way to learn the 8 parts of speech. And I think we'll just read this for all the kids. And it's a good refresher for everyone, including me, of all the 8 parts of speech. So just wanted to include that one. So that's it for our language arts choices for the upcoming school year. Language arts used to be super daunting for me because there's so many different components to it. But thankfully, a lot of the components overlap. But it can still feel like a lot. And we may not finish all the components every single day. And after years of trying all sorts of materials, I've come to realize that not the same materials work for all of my kids. You really have to give yourself and the kids grace for some wiggle room and for change if necessary. I'm excited to see how the resources we have chosen for the upcoming school year work out. I'll keep you guys posted. I hope that this video was helpful and encouraging in some way. Please share in the comments about any language arts resources that you have tried and enjoyed. Don't forget to check out Davene and Shauna's channels and the Language Arts Curriculum Choices playlist that I have linked down below in the description box. And I would love for y'all to join us in our homeschooling journey by subscribing. Next week, I will be talking about our math curricula choices. Thanks for watching, and try to keep on smiling even when homeschooling gets hard. It might not seem obvious at the moment, and there are going to be some really rough days. But your choice to homeschool is one of the best things you can give to your kids. We hope you have an amazing day. Say bye. Bye.